Where am I? My head hurts and my throat is dry, and I can taste vodka and blood in my mouth. I wake up on an old, tattered bed in a room, painted all in red. Everything is red, even the light in the room, and it's unsettling to see. Above me, there is a ceiling fan. Its gentle whir as it spins is the only sound in the solitude. I can feel my pulse, pain, and a trickle of blood emanating from the wound. I'm looking around the room, trying to figure out where I am. I don't see anything I recognize, even though I feel like I should. I look around the room and there's a mirror. In it, I see a middle-aged man, dressed in some old jeans, a fitted t-shirt, and an old jacket of some kind. And even though I don't recognize the face looking back at me, I understand that he is me. I look around the room some more, trying to figure out where I am. I look to my side and see a red-stained knife and a loaded .357 revolver laying next to a bottle of booze on the bed, beside me. Where? How did they get there? Who left them? What do they mean? I pick them up. The handles feel foreign in my hands. The knife is bloody, but I don't have time to think about that now. I might need these weapons, and I can't just hold this knife. So I tear some of the covers from the bed and forge a makeshift knife belt for myself, tying it around my thigh for easy access. While I'm securing my knife, I give the room another look. I hadn't seen it before, but there seems to be a wide hole in the wall showing a small town outside. Everything is red, just like the room, the curtains, the floor, and everything else I see inside this room. I look out into the world, and all I see is red. And somehow the sight makes my wounded head throb, where whoever it was that attacked me must have hit me. I touch the spot and I grimace in pain. It hurts so much that I almost can't think. I need to get out of the room and see if I can find someone to tell me where I am. I pick up the gun and put it into a pocket in my jacket and walk toward the hole. I have a hangover. I have no memory of what happened, and I can only see red. Either it was one hell of a night of partying, or I'm having a psychotic break. I stand to walk out of this room, but my head swims and my eyes hurt. The pounding head is like a jackhammer, and the concrete is my skull. I close my eyes and rub them, trying to clear my vision and my mind, but when I open them, nothing has changed. It's all still red. All right, whoever I am, I need to straighten up and get it together. As I head towards the hole in the wall, I glance at a nightstand next to the bed where I awakened. On it, there's a picture of me. At least I think it's me, with a woman whose face is ripped off of the picture. Hot, even without a face. Wonder who she is. My head's starting to hurt again. I put the picture down and rub my temples, repeatedly, trying to staunch the pain. I ain't been this messed up since I took that stuff at that. Where the hell was that? I can't remember nothing. I gotta lay down and ride this out. That bed sucks, but at least I can lay down on it for a sec. I climb in the bed and pull the covers over my head. I have to admit, the bed looks like trash, but it actually feels pretty comfortable. As I'm laying in the bed, trying to ease my throbbing headache, I feel something like bugs crawling across my face, accompanied by a rattling like a nest of rattlesnakes and the faint sound of someone sighing. I swipe them from my face in annoyance, hoping they leave me alone so I can rest. Friggin' bugs! They land on my face again, and I swipe them off. I open my eyes again, hoping that this time the light of the red room doesn't cause me more pain and get the surprise of my life. There is a hand waving in front. I'm not sure where it came from or why, but I don't care. The whole thing is bone. A skeletal hand waving in front of my face, trying to touch me. And all the while the sighing is getting louder.
Why?
I scream and jump backwards to the other side of the bed, only to feel hands on my back. I don't know where they're coming from or why they're in this bed, but I do know this. I gotta get away. And as I try to leave the bed, there are more, emerging slowly from underneath, moving toward me like undead snakes. What the hell? I pull the knife from where it's tied against my leg, just as the hands reach for me, trying to grab me. One of the hands grabs my ankle and starts to pull me toward the edge of the bed. I swing the knife, trying to free myself from the hand's grip. I feel the blade bite into the bony hand, but it never loosens its grip. And other hands grab me, pulling me toward the floor.
Why?
And they give me no leverage. They slide off the bed, and me along with them, into the floor. There are more hands coming from under the bed, all of them weaving in an intricate dance toward me as they try to take my life. One by one, more hands grab me all over, trapping me and pulling me toward the darkness underneath the bed. Let me go! Get off me! I look to where the hands are pulling me, and under the bed I see a pair of red, crying eyes starting at me from behind long, stringy black hair. As I get closer, even in the dark, I can see her more clearly, and the sighing is getting louder. And though she is crying, the monster has a weirdly beautiful face with a big, salivating smile, with long, razor-sharp teeth inside a wide, crookedly grinning mouth. No! Get off me! Get off me!
Why?
I reach into my jacket and pull out the gun. The woman, whatever she is, seems to be trying to devour me. She's drawing me towards her widening mouth with her multiple snaking arms. In a panic, I point the revolver at her head and I fire. Bang! The bullet flies into her head with a splat and explodes out of the back of her head, splattering blood and cranium everywhere. The monster shrieks, then covers its face with some of its hands. When it moves the hands away, she is staring at me again, with that beautiful face still smiling at me with that horrible grin. I point and fire again. This time she shields her face with her many arms, covering her face as she backs away, freeing me. Still, she stares at me while still wearing that wicked grin, and backs away, back into the shadows under the bed. Die! Die! Die!
Why?
I scramble to my feet and run to the door. I need to get away from here. The crazy smiling woman could come back at any moment, and I don't intend to be here when she comes back. I turn the locks and open the door. It feels like forever. The door is opening, but it feels like it weighs tons. I'm struggling to even get it to move. The door finally creaks open, and I step through it, cautiously. I finally make it outside, but I can't rest. The sighing and the rattling are beginning again. Oh, okay, this is a trap. Where are you at, darling? I hold the revolver in my right hand, feeling the cold comfort the grip gives me. In my left, the knife offers the knowledge that I can defend myself when my last 3 bullets are gone. I wish I'd been more careful with how many times I shot the witch, but I wasn't. So, 3 shots. That's it. Gotta make them count. I tiptoe down the hallway slowly. The wooden floor seems to me to be echoing like thunder out here. And the creaking, the agonizingly loud creaking, is a beacon, telling the woman I'm here. I need to get out. My heart is pounding in my chest, so hard that there's no way she can't hear it. My pulse sounds like a bass drum in my ears. I'm about halfway down hall and the breathing and rattling grows louder. It seems to be coming from everywhere. The walls, the floor, the ceiling. I can't tell where it's coming from. I'm looking around, and I don't see anything. I can hear her. I can feel her. Nothing good can come from this. There's a lump growing in my throat, and the hairs standing on my arm all testify to how unsettling all of this is. And sweat is covering me. The temperature in this place is sweltering. I don't like it. I need to go back to the room. It's harder to get the jump on me in there. I turn around. I need to go back to, and the door is closed. I don't know when it happened, or how. I didn't hear it close. All I know is retreating to the room is no longer an option. There's a staircase in front of me. I don't know where it leads, but anywhere is better than here. I take one more look behind me, and there she is, the monster who's been terrorizing me since I woke up. Wherever I am. Oh, hell! The woman is much scarier than I had first thought. She's thin, sickly to the point of being bony, She's wearing gray sackcloth, hugging herself with pale, thin arms. Even though she's smiling, she looks sad. There are tears coming from her eyes, sliding down her cheeks, and the noises she's making. The breathing, the crying, and the incessant rattling have my nerves standing on end. Time to go! The woman looks at me with her sad smile and opens her mouth, her crooked, toothy grin opening up as if to speak, and she screams, a long, terrifying wail that makes my blood run cold. Suddenly she reaches her scrawny arms out to me, as if pleading with me, and I realize, hell no, not doing none of that. There's a crash to my side, and suddenly one of the bony hands bursts out of the wall, reaching out to grab my face. I try to go back to the room, but skeletal hands and arms are darting around, in and out, like a pit of vipers. I gotta avoid them at all costs. I turn and run down the hallway, toward the steps, trying to get away from the crying woman. But I don't know where to go. And the walls keep bursting open with the woman's hands bursting out, attacking me in droves. I start swinging my knife blindly, trying to fight my way through the attacking hands to the monstrous woman. Get back! Get back!
Why?
Ah! Just die already! I start shooting at her wildly. The bullets strike her. She staggers backward, stunned but not falling. I fire the gun again, and again. Each time a bullet hits, she seems to grow a bit weaker, a bit more unsteady. I keep dodging and firing the gun as the smiling woman's hands continue to spring from inside the walls and reach for me, and the bullets hit her with a continuous thump. 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 Finally, after what seems like forever, the bullet hits her, and she finally falls, unmoving.
Why?
I run past the monstrous woman as she fell down, riddled with bullets. I make it to the staircase and run down. This is the part in the movies where the hero looks back and the monster kills him. I'm not that guy. I'm getting out. I keep descending down the stairs, finally locating a door to the outside. I'm almost out. There's the door, about time. In front of me, a skeletal hand bursts up through the stairs, grabbing me by the ankle. I almost fall, but I gather myself. I slash with the knife, and the hand lets go.
Why?
I continue to run, and another hand bursts out, this time through the wall to my side, and it almost captures me. I parry that hand with the knife, and then shoot it. The bony hand explodes and falls to the floor. Another hand, and then another bursts out from the stairs and wall. I look at the door. I'm about halfway down. The door seems further away now. What the? I gotta keep moving. I gotta get outside. This thing, this woman, is trying to kill me. I don't know what's through that door. I know for sure that I'll die in here if I don't get out now. The heat in this place is ridiculous. The sweat is dripping into my eyes, burning them and making my sight blurry. My lack of sight is making fighting this monster nearly impossible. Move! Move! Let me out! It takes what seems like hours to make it. But I'm finally to the bottom of the stairs, and once I'm there, the hands just stop. Just like that. Done. Whatever. I gotta get out of here. I run through the foyer to the door and I grab it. Locked!
Why?
I can't help it. I look back and there she is. The witch with her beautiful face, gruesome smile, and what looks like hundreds, maybe thousands of those skeletal hands waving around and rattling, making the sound of 1,000 rattlesnakes preparing to strike. I'd prefer that to this. This demon witch just won't leave me alone. She stops for a moment, and I stare at her, both of us appearing confused. But only for a moment. She screams at me. She reaches for me with those ghastly hands. I gotta get away. There's no way I'm getting out that door before this woman gets me. I need another way. Over there. A window. It's all alone in the foyer. There's no furniture and no curtains. Just one window with that weird red light. It seems to be everywhere, shining in. I look back and the woman is charging at me, her bony hands are flying at me. I run to the window and jump through, smashing through the glass and landing with a thud on the hard ground outside. I roll over and point my gun at the window. I see the sickening sight of the woman's hands swinging through the window, reaching out for me like the tentacles of an octopus looking to feed. The wall is holding her for now, but there is a cracking sound coming from it. It won't be held back for very long.
Why?
I need to go. Now!
I look around. Everything is barren. It's just dirt. It's a drought here. Wherever here is. No wonder it's so hot. The dust in the air is drying out my throat. Gonna need some water soon. A glass of ice water. First thing I'll do once I get away from.
Why?
She's coming. I don't have time for daydreaming. I need to get out of here. But there's nothing here. No grass, no trees, just dirt and dust. That stupid house. And a truck. I don't know how I missed it. Must be the stress of trying to not get murdered by this unstoppable bone witch. Doesn't matter. I need that truck. I run to the truck. I pull on the door. Locked. I'm getting really tired of locked doors. These things are gonna get me killed. The cracking of the house's wall is getting louder. She'll be here, and sooner rather than later. I need this truck. The window is open. I'm so freaked out. I didn't even see that the driver's side window was open this whole time. I reach inside, pull the lock up, and jump inside. No keys. Nothing to do but to try and hotwire it. I'm not sure I even know how, but I gotta try it. The wall of the house just smashed through. I can't hear the breathing and the rattling. It's coming closer. I'm out of time. I'm panicked. She's here, outside the truck. I hear her. It's over. Then suddenly, there's a spark. The truck engine turns over. I sit up and put the truck in drive. I look to my left and there she is. The smiling witch, looking for all the world like she is either trying to kiss me to see me off, or trying to eat my face. And I don't know if it mattered to her which one.
Oh, hell no!
It matters a lot to me, though. I'm leaving. I press the gas and peel out, throwing up dust in that beautifully horrible face.
Why?
I'm driving away, at top speed, and the noise of the woman is now fading into the distance. I look into the rear-view mirror and see, to my horror, that the smiling woman is chasing me, and her thousands of arms and hands are trying to grab me even now. But, as hard as she tries, she can't keep up. And I finally leave her and her nerve-shattering rattling in the dust. I kept driving, watching the gas on the dash, and wondering how far I could go. The dust behind me had been empty for a while now, so I figured I was safe, at least for the moment. So now that I had some time, I was stricken by the question that had plagued me since I woke up this morning. Where am I?